In this video, we're going to talk about the importance of mass. The importance of mass. It's a non-negotiable. Enjoy. What's going on, folks? I'm having a great conversation about technology and the state of the golf industry right now. But before we unpack this, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up or thumbs down. That doesn't make a difference. What does make a difference are your comments, right? So we're having a really good conversation over the whole Thanksgiving week. It's been a great conversation. So we talked about torque, we talked about club head weights, how they've changed. We talked about lie and loft angle, how it's changed just from 20 years ago. What people are calling standard now is 3 degrees upright. Just 25 years ago was that standard, But we finally got on a topic that I love. And the reason why I love it is because I love the science of golf also. So what I said in the group, I said, the one thing that's missing now throughout the golf industry, other than in the biomechanics side of it, is mass. The importance of mass in the golf swing, right? In biomechanics, you gotta have mass because you're doing everything from math. So you need mass, force, right? Acceleration, torques, forces, mass, what are you moving? So mass is always part of biomechanics. Mass is always part of the science of golf. Ground force reaction, you need mass, you need math. But when it comes to the rest of the industry, teaching, equipment, fitting, yes, even fitting, mass has become the stepchild that has been forgotten. You can go look on shelves right now, pick up a club, ask the store to swing weight it for you. I guarantee that swing weight gonna come back as C9 DO, no mass. I bet you the overall weight comes back at 350, 360, 370. No overall weight, no overall mass, right? And the reason why is because they went on this chase for speed. But even that's changed over the years. A lot of thanks due to long drive competitors who wasn't looking so much at club head speed, they were looking at ball speed. So they were starting to look at ball speed and said, wait a minute. So now you see more people talking about ball speed. All right, so the mass thing is this, right? I'm a firm believer that we should get players into the stiffest shaft and heaviest shaft that they can swing, right? And that's going to be different for some people. It may be a 120 gram shaft for somebody. It may be a 130 gram shaft for somebody. It may even be a 105 gram shaft for somebody. But trying to put somebody in a 55, 65, 75 gram shaft is a task. The reason why is you see players out there that say, hey, I play the front nine really good, but the back nine terrible, or vice versa. It's because they're chasing a swing in the course of a driving range, or the course of a round, And the same thing happens on the driving range. They have a favorite club. When you chart that favorite club, guaranteed it's fitting into something where they can actually feel the club, right? Mass is important. So again, I know there's going to be some players that push back on this, that say, hey, I played my best golf when I went to a light shaft, right? I don't think they played their best golf. I think they just start, hitting better shots, and they were thinking they played better golf, right? But if you look at their scores, the scores didn't improve, not over a 10 round. There's a reason why the handicap system keeps your best 10 rounds and throw out the other ones. Why do they do that? It's a trick. It's all tricked in there. It's cloak and dagger, right? So again, think about the older guys. Mo Norman, Byron Nelson, Sam Snead, Ben Hogan. Man, you can name them. Jack Nicklaus, Oh man, Greg Norman. It doesn't make a difference. Sam Snead. All these people played late into the day, right? They played into the 70s. Some of them played into the 80s. They didn't change their mass. They still swung that heavier hammer. Why? Because they knew that the most important part of the golf swing was from the transition to early downswing. And if you have a club that you can't feel in that part of the golf swing, you're doomed. You're doomed. You're chasing the swing the rest of the round. And then you may find it for 2 or 3 holes, then it's gone again. You want your clubs to flow. If you have a 65, 75 gram shaft in your driver, you may have a 65 in your 3 wood. You may have a 55 in your 5 wood. Okay? It flowed that way. And then you take your irons, right? Your irons are going to flow also. What is the heaviest club in your bag? The pitching wedge 9 iron, right? Okay. They weigh 10, 12, 13 grams more than your 4 iron, 5 iron, 7 to 8 grams, maybe 10 grams more than your 6 iron, right? With today's clubs. Why? Why? Because the 6 iron, 5 iron are longer. So they have to compensate to make the club fit. They have to compensate. So you got a longer shaft that's going to give you swing weight, but are you going to have the mass? Check that out. I've seen players that get their swing weight perfect, but then the shaft, the club overall only weighs 350, 360. They can't feel it. They can't feel it. The difference between a club that weighs 450 grams and 350 grams is night and day. So just chasing swing weight is not enough. Remember, you want to know what I do when I fit myself or when I go get fitted or when I fit other people. We first get the overall weight first. And then once we get the overall weight, the mass, then we can tweak it for swing weight. Just something to think about. It was a heavy conversation. I don't want to get too deep into it, but something that's missing in golf, other than the biomechanics, the science side, is mass. Mass is so important. So if you one of those persons that play the front 9 well and the back 9 terrible, check your clubs. You may be playing a club that you can't feel throughout half of the round. It could be something as simple as that, right? So what we like to do is get a player say, hey coach, my 5 iron is not performing well. So the first thing that I'm going to do is have that player come in. I'm going to tell them hit 7 to 10 balls. And I'm going to see if they have a mechanical technique issue or a club issue. I'm trained and equipped to take care of both of them. If it's a technique issue, we'll fix that. If it's a club issue, we'll tweak the club. See the difference? What we want to do is fine tune you. We want to dial you in. There's no reason for you to go buy a new set of clubs every 2 years. Let's get you dialed in with the set of clubs that you have. It's a game changer, folks. And let's first look at the overall weight, the mass of the club. Let's chart your set. Let's see where you are, and let's get you back on track. I don't know if I made it over that bunker, folks. I give myself a 7 on that strike. It was about the 2.5, 3 grooves, right? Perfect line, but I didn't compress it like I wanted to. Let's hit another one. See if we can get a better strike on it. Perfect line. Oh yeah, I see it now. It's in the bunker. It rolled back off. There she blows. That's the one right there. Oh yes, all day long. Well, this is what I do in between lessons, folks. I make content and I come out here and work on my swing. But again, think about the mass. It's so important. Next time you talk to your fitter, ask them, what is the overall weight of this club? Right? And you may be surprised. You plan something that you'll never get consistency with it. Take care. Remember, the journey requires work. Peace. It rolled back off. There she blows. That's the one right there. Oh, yes. Yeah, these are the conversations that I have with my personal clients, because it's so, that was a good ball, that second ball. Wow, nice. It's so important. I mean, so many times we're always chasing the swing. We're always chasing the swing. And then when we do get our equipment, we go to what? PJ Superstore, Club Champion. You get fitted and you're done. But you never get dialed in, right? But the pros get dialed in. The pros say, hey, you know what? This 6-iron ain't flying right. You know, and they get it tweaked for them, right? It could be little simple things. Nice ball right here. Nice pitch mark. Ball rolled out to here. Pins right there. This is the second ball. All right, forced carry. I think 16 holes out here on this golf course is forced carry. And then the first ball, I just got it a little bit low in the face. There, I just needed another boom right there. That's where it hit and rolled right there. But look where the line was. I was pin hunting. So again, folks, mass. Get your clubs checked out and don't go by swing weight. Swing weight can trick you up really, really bad. It really can. You can make a club that weighed 200 total grams and swing weighted at E1, right? And you're never gonna feel it. So don't just go by swing weight, go by overall weight, and then swing weight it for your personal feel. Take care, peace.